As Hamilton County Commissioners close in on a final vote to approve the school budget, concerns about school maintenance continue to stir debate.
Members of the commission and the school board agree the school system needs nearly $9 million to upgrade its facilities. This comes amid new discussions about overcapacity and claims of infestations at one school. Thanks for watching. I'm Josh Rowe.
And I'm Kim Chapman-Whitfield. As far as overcapacity goes, Hamilton County School Board member Larry Groen says growth in the district continues to cause problems.
But I'm wondering what we're looking at in terms of Eastridge, the elementary schools in Spring Creek and Eastridge Elementary. Of course, Eastridge Elementary being, what, only 6-7 years old, maybe? And we're already at 110% capacity.
The County Commission could take a final vote on the school board's budget as early as next week.
News Channel 9's Ray Collado joins us with some of those other areas of concern as the clock winds down. Ray.
Yeah, tensions ran high at the school board meeting tonight, with board member Jody Schaefer having some strong words for the superintendent.
Dr. Robertson, I want to ask why you haven't been there. I want to know why you haven't supported this endeavor.
Schaefer says community meetings in her district often focus on growth issues in the school system. She says some members of the district's leadership team do a great job, but she claims Dr. Robertson himself has not.
I don't feel like you've been leading the charge with me and trying to find an answer, but I have felt very supported by your staff, Robert and Ben.
The expectation that I do all this work on my own is, number one, it's unfair to the great people that I have around me, and it's also unrealistic.
I asked the superintendent to expand on his view of the work he's done, but he declined to talk. Meantime, student success plans were another point of contention. Schaefer says she has concerns about the software social workers use to input data about students. She argues this is a privacy issue.
Are you collecting data on every student?
It's a platform where we're putting it in collected information.
Because on my Power School, under forms for parents that are looking for it, under your forms, it's down at the bottom. Mine says not started. So are you collecting data on my child that I haven't consented for you to collect?
Schaefer says she wants to make sure parents are fully informed about their students' data. But Chief Strategy Officer Shannon Moody argues that data supports the needs of students.
I'm not saying anything about the program. It might be great for families that want to opt in and take advantage of it, but I want to make sure that we are protecting parental rights while we do so.
So I am happy to speak about my daughter who had like a medical need this year, right? It's one of the, I think, greatest ways to enter into this, right? She had a way that she was actually experiencing vomiting that we didn't know about, right? And so we were able to kind of collectively think about what is it that we know about her? What are the pieces that we can put in place to support her?
Board member Carissa Jones, a licensed social worker, agreed with Moody and said student data is imperative to student success. Kim?
Ray, thank you. Meantime, board member Jackie Thomas spoke about what she described as poor conditions of one school in her district.
I'm coming back again to Orchard Knob Middle School, who was built in 1961, 64 years old, that currently has a gymnasium that was built in 1995 that has an infestation of termites. Before we do all this new building based on new growth, I want to make sure that the children that are in Orchard Knob Middle School, it is in my district, it gets the things that it needs or rebuilt.
Thomas went on to say she would rather the board approve plans to build new schools rather than focus on repairs or other problems.
And board members also discussed how the district should handle the pay and benefits of certified employees on suspension.
The chance of losing your health insurance on something that, and I hate saying it's always been that way, teachers, and because we have to protect the children, and there's all different reasons for suspension.
Number one, they're not losing health insurance.
Superintendent Dr. Robertson added suspended employees have access to COBRA benefits and that this situation mainly involves staff under investigation by law enforcement or the Department of Children's Services. The superintendent also said the board needs to make a decision about how they plan to evaluate his performance this July.
I mean, I'll go back and I would say what I said from the beginning, agree with Ms. Schaefer and Mr. Bennett here. We should have a form evaluation that is set in the next month, regardless of if the data comes back in August, September, October.
The data Dr. Robertson referred to stems from his performance in a variety of categories like student grades. According to his contract, the superintendent must turn in a self-evaluation as well.